Okay. Dig deep into your memory vaults, okay? Every cop show you ever watched, what did they talk about when they were looking at fingering somebody for the crime? Do 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 do. What is the person's motive for doing the crime? Is the answer. Switching gears. Now, plenty of you out there have heard of people like Alex Jones, Governor Jesse Ventura. Let's leave it at those ones. They're the professional cranks. In other words, they're the ones labeled as professional conspiracy theorists. But do you call, a detective at your local police department a conspiracy theorist or a crank? Because that's what they do for a living, is they look to solve crimes. So they are looking for, does this person have motive to do what they're doing? Switching gears again. You own a media monopoly on planet Earth. And you own everything else on planet Earth. What is your motivation these days vis-a-vis using the media that you completely control to feed stories to the general population, also known as the sheeple? Okay, well, we're told by CIA fact book that there's between 7 and 8 billion humans on the planet. No one really knows how many are on the planet because, do you want to conduct a sentence? Jesus's parents went to Nazareth for the census, where they counted all the people. That was under the administration of ancient Rome. Today, well, how do you really know how many people are in China? CIA says 1.3 billion. How many is that? You see, we really don't know how many humans are on the planet at all. It's guesswork or did CIA make up? It's 7 to 8 billion. We don't know. But we all have to go and use these numbers because we don't know. And do we trust the CIA? No. Do we trust the Russians? No. Do we trust China? No. In America, you've probably heard of that one episode of South Park where they kept singing the song, Blame Canada, Blame Canada. Hi, I'm a Canadian. Blame me. Anyway, getting back to the motivation. What is the motivation of big, big, big business? Well, profits, because they still get judged on each quarter how they did on the profit scheme. So a big business wants to sell, sell, sell. And as I said in an earlier video yesterday, fear sells products. Fear sells big pharmaceutical products. So they do have a motivation to scare you all the time. into buying stuff that you don't need, into buying 6 months' supply of toilet paper, into buying all kinds of pills because you saw the advertisement on the 6 o'clock news. Big pharmaceutical companies want you to buy their expensive pills. So, what is the motivation? It's money. It's money, 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 money. What else is at stake here? Well, it's election time in the United States. So, and America still is a world leader in military. They have bases all over the world, and they spend trillions of dollars on military. So, when it's an election year, what does the incumbent president want? He wants to get reelected. So, what does he have to do? He has to come off as being a hero. How's he going to do this? Well, he's going to use an old play. It's a movie called Wag the Dog, and you can go and look it up on the internet, Wag the Dog. And what it is, they have Hollywood come in and create a fake crisis, fake, and then they keep running all the news media with the fake news. So that, there's this fake problem, but, the president is right on top of it. And, he's going to come out a hero in the end, and that's what's going to make you go to the voters' booth and vote for the incumbent. It's mass mind manipulation. Does it work? Oh, it works. It works so that even people who know this information, I see them all the time. I mean, they post something stupid, and then I give them heads up. This is all fake news. You know what it is. Then they go, oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. And then the next day they do it again. And it doesn't take me too many turns before I unfollow the person because they're being stupid on purpose. Why buy into the panic of it all? Switching gears, the next one I've got for you is, you've heard this term, the fifth dimension. It's this old song from 1969 by a band called The Fifth Dimension. The song was The Age of Aquarius, and it put it into every new age person's mind that we're going to change the world because we're going to scrap everything shitty and we're going to have heaven on earth. The Age of Aquarius, the fifth dimension. The thing is, how do you know if someone is what they call 5D, someone who's in the fifth dimension? Because it's a change in consciousness in people. And if it's going to be a change in the external, the only way you're going to notice that there's a change in the external, everyone says that's been through this process, is that you have to raise your consciousness. You've got to raise your vibration. You've got to become fifth dimensional in your mind before you see it on the outside. This is a strange Jesus teaching. It's not in the regular Bible, it's in the Gospel of Thomas. And if you read it, you got to make the inside like the outside. It's kind of this kind of a verse, and it doesn't sound like anything until you come to understand that the inside is your mind and the outside is the world around you. And even then, if you go back to the Gospel of Thomas, you're going to say, is that what it really means? I'll give you another one, Matthew 11. Oh, was that right? Damn it. I wish I knew my Bible better. But there's a point where Jesus says, go into your closet and pray. Now, 2,000 years ago, would it be kind of crazy for somebody to go into their broom closet, sit down, and, pray, basically, oh, I'm praying now, I'm praying. No, that's not what Jesus means, but that's what it says in words. Go into your closet and pray. What does it actually mean? Well, it's so mistranslated. I mean, it went from Aramaic to maybe Hebrew to Greek to Latin to English, Old English, King James Version Bible, and then modernized English. So, I mean, so many translations to get to us in English. What does it really mean? Go into your closet and pray means go inside, close your eyes, and I'm going to change the word pray to meditate. Go inside your own self, your own mind, inside here, and meditate. That's what go inside your closet and pray means in accurate translation. Okay, so what else do we need to know about the Georgia Stones are going to come up? Because this is used by conspiracy theorists all the time to say the Illuminati, that is the people who own everything, and their Hollywood movie producer wants to cull humanity. We don't know if there's 7 or 8 billion people on the planet. We don't know if there's 1.3 billion people in China or a billion people in India. But based upon that number, 7 to 8 billion total, and then you look at the Georgia Stones, which are a number of humans that's way, 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 way less than 7 to 8 billion. Somebody very rich put up the Georgia Stones. And then conspiracy theorists said they want to kill off most of the human population to leave the remainder as slaves and easy to control. Is it true? Have you seen chemtrails? It's not chemtrails, it's just contrails. Have you heard about these 5G networks that use microwaves, like what you use to heat your any kind of frozen food? I've already had people tell me, you don't have to worry about these microwaves. It's just like you get very far away from the emitter and it doesn't cook you at all. And then I always go back to them and say, yeah, but the birds and the bees and the squirrels go close to these emitters in your backyard and they're going to get, microwaved. It's not very pleasant. And then plus you've got Elon Musk's 40,000 satellites beaming some other kind of electromagnetic energy. I mean, we've already got a world. You can't see all the electromagnetic stuff that's flying around through the human living space, but there's a shitload. They keep adding to it and adding to it. 100 years ago, we didn't have all this stuff. We'd had in your town, you might have 3 radio stations, and that was it. I mean, things have changed an unbelievable amount in the past 100 years for the human organism. But what about the changing gears again? Do I have anything else that you really want to know about? How do you stay calm with all of this, what I call fear porn? I mean, you can't stop. You're addicted to pornography because you want to whack off. You're addicted to watching the news or having it come to you because even if you don't watch the news, you can't avoid it. Someone's going to start talking about it. And how do you stop from dropping into fear? That's something you can control. You have to understand that you are not a fear-driven being. I know, but there's been lots of times in the past when I've been driven by fear. That's right. That's called being conditioned by The Matrix. The Matrix movie was a documentary on what's going on planet Earth right now. So, I mean, you're brainwashed by the media, and you have been since you were the first time you started watching TV. It was brainwashing you. Plus, your parents were brainwashed, your teachers were brainwashed. Everyone is brainwashed, just like in the Matrix movie. And who are the secret controllers? Tavistock. You can look up Tavistock. It's oh hell, I've gone over 15 minutes. I try and keep it under 15 minutes so I can put it on Instagram TV. But Tavistock is a professional organization designed to mind control humans. I'm sure the CIA, well, given all the information that's been released about CIA using things like LSD to mind control people, trillions of dollars of military spending to figure out how to put the voice of God into your brain by remote control. Private corporations looking to figure out new ways to get past the advertising clutter to get into your head so you buy their product with your scant remaining money. But getting back to protecting yourself from fear, it's a job you have to do. How are you going to do it? Well, hello. My name is Panda. I'm the Prince of Planet Draconis. That's where Reptilian and Draco live. You thought humans ran planet Earth? I'm sorry. It's the Reptilian Empire that runs planet Earth, in secret. But you don't have to do too many conspiracy theories and too many looks up on your Google to figure out that, people like David Icke have been talking about these reptilians for a long time. It's not totally buried. It's available there. We leave it that way because, you're going to get interested, look into it. And then, you're going to have to really face the fear of, what are you talking about? These are like velociraptors from Jurassic Park. These are smart dinosaurs. And they got sharp teeth and claws. And they're 10 feet tall. And they've got psychic powers. They can kill you with their psychic powers. Oh dear. I don't want to believe that. I'll go back to buying newspapers out of a box. Peace. Long live and prosper. Okay, changing gears one more time. Don't forget that this is a comedy channel, and I do give you heavy stuff. Are you going to laugh at it, or are you going to go and scream? You just watched another episode of The Twilight Zone. This hat is Brazil because there's a movie called Brazil, and I can't watch it. It's too Byzantine for me. But it's something to do with well, to me, it symbolizes 1984, the novel by George Orwell. It was made into a movie. I don't know how good the movie is, but it's always talked about Orwellian. It's about people that keep lying to you. The big lie that Adolf Hitler and his henchman Joseph Goebbels kept telling the German people. Big lies, repeated over and over again. Soon they'll come to believe the big lie is more true than the truth. And even if you tell them the truth, they won't believe the real truth because they bought in, hook, line, and sinker, to the big lie. Propaganda 101. Switching gears. I always look to see if I need a haircut, and generally this haircut's not too bad. It's grown out a little bit here. It looks pretty good, but this part here is really, I'm totally unhappy with it. It's just an ongoing issue, and I don't know what to do with it. To pay $30 to have my hair cut. when it's perfectly fine here, and it's just this part here, and I'm always wearing a hat. Tune in again tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share for your friends.